For over 3 years, my dream has been to become a full-time streamer. I've known that the most achievable way for me to get this is to make YouTube videos. For over 3 years, I've had access to it. My first YouTube video I made yesterday. You wanna know why I failed for so long and why other people fail so long? Ironically enough, it's the fear of failure. Normal bullshit, I know you guys just wanna know. Here's how I was able to overcome mine, and here's how I think you guys can overcome yours. I have 3 tips. Let's get into it, starting. The first tip of this video is to understand what will happen if you fail. For me, there's not much at stake, right? If I post a YouTube video and it flops, no one sees it. Okay. Alright, no biggie. Now, this depends on the person though, right? Like, if it's like, I'm gonna skydive, right? But I'm scared to fail skydiving. Well, if you fail skydiving, you fucking die. So, this depends on the situation. But I think the more you understand what you're actually afraid of, and the less you keep it in this sort of abstract fear, the easier it is to overcome it, or just, have the courage to persist even though you are scared of it. So that's the first tip. Moving on to the second tip, what I will say is to understand that you're already failing anyway. If you try something, you have, let's say I have a 1% chance to make a banger YouTube video that gets like 1 million views and 99% chance to fail, right? That's still higher than if I don't start. If I don't make a video, I failed to start, so it's still failure, it's just a different failure. You're gonna fail no matter what you do, so you might as well fail in a way that gives you a chance you might not fail, right? The biggest thing to me about this part also is that every time you fail, if you're failing in a good way where you're still trying actively, your chance of failing the next time decreases. So if I sit and don't do anything for a month and then I start doing something, my percent is going to be at like 1% or something. But if I'm failing that entire month, it's going to stack up, right? My chance of actually succeeding is going to improve and improve the more I fail. Failing is the best thing you can do to learn a lot. My last tip is low-key hella corny, but I think it's the most real thing, right? Like, just accept that you're afraid of it, right? Like, it's okay. Courage is not having an absence of fear. Courage is acting despite your fear. It's normal to not want to fail. Failing sucks, dude. Failing is a terrible feeling, right? And that's normal. Like, don't put yourself down for having this, like, inaction, right? I think that's super, super normal. It's such a human thing. And not only that, but if you really do face that fear, the more you face that fear, the more you succeed, right? Because you're actually trying, so you have a chance to succeed. The more you succeed, the less scared you are going to be when you fail. And the more you fail, the less scared you're going to be when you fail. Because when you fail so much, like, you get accustomed to it, right? The first time that you took, like, your first steps as a little toddler bitch, that was scary, right? That was a big leap. You take 10,000 steps every day if you're like a healthy guy, right? You take a lot of steps is what I mean. And that's just because you failed so much to take those first steps. And even when you took those first steps, it wasn't easy. But you kept going. That's the thing. Those first steps were hard as hell. But everyone around you said, holy shit, you just took your first steps, even though you probably failed the ones after that, and you failed all the ones before. Because you have this encouraging environment, you kept going. You were also a baby, but I digress, right? Having a supportive environment to hold you up even when you fall even when you fail, I think is so, so important. And I understand that some people maybe don't have that. So that's hard, right? I honestly can't speak on that because I think my support group is great. But the thing is, at a certain point, you have to reward yourself. If I make a YouTube video and it fails, I'm patting myself on the back because I made a fucking YouTube video. And once I'm not scared of making a YouTube video, then maybe I won't reward myself just for making one. But facing your fears is something that you and the people around you should appreciate and should really sort of not take for granted. Like, that's a big accomplishment. Every time that you do something in spite of the fact you might fail, and even if you do fail, that's good, dude. If you look at the skating community, I think that's a great example of that. Because 99% of tricks that people go for, they fall on, right? But the community is like, hell yeah, bro, you went for that shit. You fell and you might have broke your arm, but you went for that, and that was hella cool, and we like you more because you faced that fear. That's about it. That's all I got. That's all I got. I have nothing. I have nothing. After you watch this video, go watch my other videos, yo. Or I'll freaking beat you up, punk. Ooh. Ooh. And join my Discord, link in description. Alright, bye-bye, guys. Catch you tomorrow. Before I go, my girlfriend has a message. I lobster you. I lobster you too. What the hell am I doing, bro?